New free OpenClaw update. ACP agents plus Telegram. You're setting up AI agents the hard way. You're manually passing information between them. You're waiting for full responses before you see anything. You're uploading PDFs and hoping your AI can actually read them. And every time something breaks, you have no idea where to look. There's a free update that fixes all of that, and most people don't even know it dropped. Today, we're breaking down the biggest OpenClaw update yet. Version 2026.3.2 just landed on March 3rd, and it changes how your agents talk to each other, how Telegram handles responses, and how you work with documents inside OpenClaw. This release had 93 contributors and ships with over 150 fixes. So whether you've been using OpenClaw for a while or you're just getting started, stick around because there's something in this update for you. And before we get into the features, I'm going to show you exactly how to update so you don't run into any issues. Stay with me. First, if you're new here and you've never heard of OpenClaw, let me give you a quick 60-second breakdown. OpenClaw is a free open-source personal AI assistant. You run it yourself on your own machine or server. It connects to platforms like Telegram, Discord, Slack, WhatsApp, and more. You can hook it up to basically any AI model you want, set up automated workflows, build agents that run on a schedule, and have those agents actually talk to each other and complete tasks. It's completely free. The code is public on GitHub, and it's one of the most powerful, self-hosted AI tools available right now, with over 249,000 stars on GitHub. Now let's get into what's new. How to update. Open your terminal and run the standard npm update command for OpenClaw. If you hit any errors after updating, especially around the Zalo plugin or HTTP route registrations, don't panic. There are some breaking changes in this version, and I'll explain exactly what they are so you can fix them fast. Keep watching. The first big feature is ACP subagents, and this is the one I'm most excited about. ACP stands for Agent Communication Protocol. What it means in practice is that your AI agents can now spawn and talk to other AI agents, and this is now enabled by default in version 2026.3.2. So let's say you have a research agent. Before this update, that agent had to do everything itself. Now it can spin up subagents to handle different parts of a task. One subagent could gather information, another could summarize, another could format the output. They hand off work to each other automatically. If you want to pause ACP turn routing while keeping the controls available, you can do that with one config setting. But for most people, you just update and it works. Single agents doing one thing at a time is fine. Agents coordinating with each other to complete complex tasks is a completely different level of automation. The second feature is Telegram live streaming, and this one is immediately noticeable. Before this update, when you sent a message to your OpenClaw bot on Telegram, you'd wait for the entire response to finish before anything appeared. That felt slow. It felt like nothing was happening. In version 2026.3.2, Telegram streaming now defaults to partial mode. That means you see the response being written out word by word in real time as the AI generates it, exactly like you see in ChatGPT or Claude.ai. For private DMs, it uses Telegram's draft message feature to show the streaming preview. For group chats, it falls back to message edit previews when native drafts aren't available. If you're using OpenClaw as a customer-facing bot or for your own daily workflows through Telegram, this makes the whole experience feel faster and more responsive. Even if the response takes the same amount of time, seeing it stream in real time completely changes how it feels to use. The third feature is the native PDF tool, and this one opens up a lot of workflow possibilities. OpenClaw now has a built-in PDF analysis tool. You can upload a PDF directly to your agent, and the agent can read it, analyze it, summarize it, extract information from it, and work with it. It supports Anthropic and Google as the processing backends for native PDF handling. If you're using a model that doesn't natively support PDFs, OpenClaw has an automatic extraction fallback so it still works. You can configure limits too, things like maximum file size in megabytes and maximum number of pages. So if you want to put guardrails on what gets processed, that's built in. Think about what this actually means for your workflows. You could drop a contract into your agent and ask it to pull out specific clauses. You could feed it a research paper and get a clean summary. You could send a product catalog and have it answer questions about what's in stock. Any workflow where you need to work with documents, this tool makes it significantly easier. The fourth feature is config validation improvements, and this one saves you from a lot of headaches. When you run the OpenClaw config validate command now, it gives you a single clean report of all your errors instead of potentially showing duplicates or confusing output. It also shows you the allowed values for fields, with hints on what's valid, so you're not guessing what to put in your config file. If you've ever spent 30 minutes troubleshooting why your agent isn't behaving the way you expect, only to find out it was a typo in your config, this improvement is going to save you a lot of that time. Catch the error before it breaks your workflow. The fifth feature is the Zalo integration update. Zalo is a messaging platform popular in Southeast Asia. OpenClaw has supported Zalo for a while, but this update completely rewrites how the Zalo personal plugin works. Previously, the plugin depended on external CLI binaries called OpenClaw or ZKA. You had to have those installed and working on your machine for the Zalo plugin to function. That was an extra dependency, extra things to install, extra things that could break. In version 2026.3.2, the Zalo personal plugin has been fully rebuilt in JavaScript native code. No more external binary dependency. But because this is a significant change, it is a breaking change. After you update, you'll need to run one command to refresh your Zalo session in the new path. The command is OpenClaw channels login -- channel Zaluser. Just run that after updating and you're good. The sixth area is security and hardening, and there are a lot of improvements here. This release includes over 150 fixes total, with several focused on security. Here's what matters most. The gateway WebSocket loopback is now locked down by default. Plain WebSocket connections are now local only. If you need to allow private network access beyond that, there's an opt-in setting for it, but the default is now much more secure. Webhook request handling has been hardened. The update enforces authentication before the request body even gets parsed, which closes off a class of potential abuse. Secret ref credential support has been expanded to cover 64 targets across the entire system. This means your API keys and sensitive credentials can be stored securely through the secret system, and if a credential reference is missing or broken, the system now fails immediately and clearly rather than silently doing nothing. If you're running OpenClaw on a shared server or VPS, these security improvements are worth the update alone. Now, if you want to actually apply these features in real workflows and not just know that they exist, that's a different conversation.